From the Glossary of Empowerment. Awareness. Great word used an awful lot. An aspect of consciousness unique to all life forms. In a human being, awareness can be divided into three main layers, although in reality they're all a single awareness. Physical awareness, emotional awareness, and mental awareness. Physical awareness, at low levels of frequency, human awareness is confined to the human body. Physical awareness remains rooted in survival and fear. Emotional awareness remains rooted in desire and drama. And mental awareness remains rooted in comparison and judgment. As you raise the frequency throughout your being, your awareness becomes more refined and shifts from the local environment to the cosmic. Physical awareness becomes divine presence. Emotional awareness becomes universal love. And mental awareness becomes silence and wisdom. Beautiful, very simple definition of awareness and its capacities, its highest capacities. So when we talk about awareness, it's unique to all life forms, and it's divided, for the sake of us understanding it more clearly and relating it to Gene Keys and these teachings, into the physical, emotional, and the mental, and these are the lower trinity. And how, when awareness is confined to our body, just here, this is all we think we are, then it's rooted in the old part of the brain, survival brain awareness. So the autonomous nervous system that connects us into this way of thinking that keeps us thinking we can't escape from this paradigm that we're in. And then that's an unconscious pattern. We're stuck in it. We are a victim of this physical body, and we're a victim of these the physical body and its pains, the emotional awareness and its constant ups and downs, its constant longings and desires and cravings, and then the mental awareness and its constant comparison. I'm this one. Look, there's another one over there. I'm different from that one. I'm better. I'm worse. I want a bit of that. I don't want any of this. Comparison and judgment. I want more of that. No, it's the mind looking at it. My life isn't as good as it could be. I want it to be better. I want it to be all these things. That's the lower trinity. That's the awareness that most human beings know. But there's another level, as we raise the frequency throughout our being. And this is what the Gene Keys are all about, raising that frequency. Then it shifts, to the cosmic layer, the cosmic level. And physical awareness actually becomes a kind of sense of wonder and awe as our body starts to flood with ecstasy, with higher currents, and good feelings, and the feeling of goodness and the feeling of joy, because that's our natural heritage. Abundance, joy, love. That's the emotional awareness coming down from the higher body, the Buddhic body. It becomes this overflowing sense of love, of unconditional love that has no target, just love. That's just our presence. It's the presence of the divine inside us. And then the mind, mental awareness, becomes silence, because all these judgments just drop away in the wake of that love. And there's just this silence and this spaciousness and this clarity and this sense of wisdom and a deep trust in the everyday awareness, second by second. This sense of presence. So those are the two extremes, the shadow and the city. And of course, our job is to unlock the gift, the central one, the one that by unlocking the shadow, by opening up and expanding our awareness, expanding our vision, expanding our understanding and our idea of who we are, through these keys, then we allow that frequency of light to expand inside us, and that begins to shift our awareness. And that takes time, obviously. But what it does, one of the things it does, is it releases this creative energy so that we think more creatively rather than thinking as a victim. And we begin to feel more creative as we actually go out into the world and we respond to emotional situations in a more compassionate, creative way. And finally, physically, we actually become more creative in our physical life. So we actually find a sense of core stability and a sense of higher purpose, and it starts to come to us. So that there's actually something we can do with this creative energy as well, doing as well as being. And that's the beauty of awareness, and that's the journey of awareness.